Welcome back. We are here for round one with Red Black Vampires. We'll see how it goes. The deck seemed pretty good. It's got a lot of synergies. Yeah, we will keep this. Even if we don't draw land for a couple of turns, like we're still in pretty good shape, and we're on the draw too. We'll keep. Dual Shot is very good against this deck. Worth noting. We don't have any 1-drops, which bothers me, but hey, land. We're just gonna play Ravenous Bloodseeker, I think. Depending on what our opponent does this turn, next we'll consider attacking. Ravenous Bloodseeker. Or not attacking, but consider pumping it with by discarding Blood Mad Vampire. Blood Mad Vampire is nice when it's a surprise, you know? Militant Inquisitor. Don't really feel like I can successfully attack into that. I could play Gibbering Fiend, I suppose, but I think I just want to play Blood Mad Vampire next turn or end of turn and Stromkirk Mentor, one of my creatures. Or Spiteful Motives. If my opponent doesn't have any, like, if my opponent taps out this turn, I'll probably end up casting Spiteful Motives. Spiteful Motives is just a clean 1-for-1. My opponent is probably wary of Twins of Mara State. Fortunately for them, I only have one. Like, they can attack here if they really want to. If I draw another Bloodman Vampire, then they're in trouble, though. I probably could have bluffed the Stenzia Masquerade. Last turn. Deck's got plenty of uncommons in it. If my opponent's playing Militant Inquisitor, they probably have a couple of the True Face, or at least one of the True Face Censors that came around. Silver Strike would be a blowout, I suppose. So I think what I'm gonna do instead of attacking it is play Gibbering Fiend and Sanguinary Mage. I'm gonna hold on to this mountain. Just having a lot of creatures on the ground seems really good. Short of my opponent playing Watcher in the Web, obviously. Like drawing Stenzia Masquerade or Malevolent Whispers or something. Alright, my opponent's playing Chaplain's Blessing. That's real awkward for me because it still lets them keep up 4 mana. So Silver Strike still gets me. Could be an issue. Or I could play Oblivious Bloodsworn and attack that way. Yeah, let's do that. I feel like I'm being too cautious, but my deck is pretty fragile. In some future turn, I can play Olivia's Bloodsworn or Stormcreek Mentor and Mountain, give it haste. It's Militant Inquisitor doing work. That Chaplain's Blessing is hilarious, though. Like, it is not at all good for me. Alright, so here's where my opponent can start playing things. Stensia Masquerade would still be the optimal draw because it's like Spiteful Motives, but for everything. And also, because I have a bunch of vampires in play, that would also do it. Alright, pieces of the puzzle. Let's see what's going on. Alright, so Binning, Thing in the Ice, Unruly Mob, Ghostly Wings. Alright, so my opponent doesn't have 4 mana up right now. I guess playing around Silver Strike is not something that, like, I have to be doing. Because I never saw one in the draft, but it kind of depends on how you prioritize it. No blocks. My opponent could have Descend upon the Sinful, which would be bad. Sorcery, enchantment, land, creature. Yeah. I'd happily not commit Spiteful Motives to this board. I'm sure my opponent... No, I'm not sure what my opponent's doing. Not commit Stormcreek Mentor to... Maybe my opponent just got impatient. I doubt it, though. I feel like there's an incoming Wrath or something. Pieces of the puzzle's kind of cool. Nope, just a Silberlin Snapper. Let's see, I think I can kill my opponent. If I play land, I have Spiteful Motives, Rush of Adrenaline, so that's +5. If my opponent doesn't block the Unruly Mob, that's another 2. Yeah, alright, let's give it a shot. I don't know what's in my opponent's deck, which makes me kind of leery. Interested in playing around things, like sweepers. Like, I might be interested in trading, like, the Ravenous Bloodseeker for the Militant Inquisitor. Let's see. So currently, looking at 2, 4, 5. If I put Spiteful Motives here, that kills the Snapper. Go 6, 7. Trample this for another 2. 3, 4. So if I rush with adrenaline here, that's which I'm probably going to do because it's the most efficient use of my pump spells. um, so, and I discard a land. I'm looking at 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're 1 point short. Fuck. What if I just cast Spiteful Motives on Blood Mad Vampire? My opponent's tapped out here, which is why I'm trying to win. So that's Spiteful Motives and Rush of Adrenaline on Blood Mad Vampire. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's playing Chaplain's Blessing. Well, don't I feel silly? So deal 7, 10, yeah, plenty. Yeah, and Bloodman Vampire gets a counter. Deal. We got there. Kind of like dissension in the ranks. Don't get me wrong, I think this card is weird, and bad, potentially, but my opponent's gonna be doing a lot of blocking. I don't actually like deadweight that much against them, because their creatures are pretty big. Yeah, I'd make that switch. Alright, let's see what we can do. Oh, perfect. We're gonna probably pitch this one. Unfortunately, it's got 2 of our most expensive cards. I put a mulligan too. We probably have a shot then. Yeah, okay, we'll keep. Ravenous Bloodseeker would be good. Yeah, Ravenous Bloodseeker would really pull this hand together. Do I keep a swamp? I think I keep a Blood Mad Vampire for sure. I'm on the draw. I have a Stensia Masquerade, which makes it very good. Yeah. This hand is a teensy bit awkward, though. We are very far off from casting a lot of these spells. And if I put him placing in the ice, I might just die. Manic Scribe. Okay. That's actually kind of cool. Oh, goodness. Alright. Oh, kind of sad. Sanguinary Mage. Had it. It's kind of okay, because I have a Macabre Waltz in hand. That's what I was gonna say. Opponent currently does not have Delirium, which we can't really threaten them enough to like make them block with the Manic Scribe though. My opponent just goes pieces of the puzzle here. I think we might be in trouble. Manic Scribe does not block Blood Mad Vampire that well though. Let's tell you that much right now. Ooh. Okay, now it blocks Blood Mad Vampire quite capably. Just get attacked by this Manic Scribe. Alright. Kind of want to land Stensia Masquerade. That would be great. But I think I just play Blood Mad Vampire if I draw a land. Getting aggressive up in here. Fuck. In 2 turns, we can move to discard Blood Mad Vampire, and be in good shape. Alright. I don't think in this game I can really afford to play around garbage like Silver Strike. My opponent only has 3 cards in hand though, so jeez. Daggers. Brain in a jar. Okay. Wonder if my opponent has anything to cast with this bad boy. I'm gonna go ahead and say I doubt it. Oh no, they might have Chaplain's Blessing. Nope, no Chaplain's Blessing. I consider myself to be a lucky duck. Huh. Alright, opponent's still interested in trading damage. No? Well, I'm certainly attacking. Opponent has 2 cards in hand, which is not a lot of cards. Strength of Arms, sure. Alright, now I have to use my Rush of Adrenaline to save my Sanguinary Mage. Which is fine. We weren't doing anything this turn anyway. It does prevent our move to discard play Insolent Neonate, or Blood Mad Vampire, rather. Yeah, I'll trade. I'll take that 1 for 1. Rather my Sanguinary Mage not get yeeted. This hand's got so much gas, though. Brain in a jar. I drafted 2 of those yesterday. Opponent not doing anything, which doesn't really mean a lot. Okay, so they do not attack unless they have tricks. Got it. Come on, land. Mama needs a new... Damn it. Still attacking. This is very frustrating. So frustrating. I've developed a series of weird accents. Doop, doop, doop. I mean, we're still racing. Having 2 Sanguinary Mages is kind of so Stensia Masquerade too, because it means that our opponent can't block all of them. Gosh. Manic Scribe is funny. It's a funny card, mostly because it's just kind of tilting half the time. Looks like our opponent's using their Brain in the Jar to scry during their main phase. That's fine. What are we working with? Bottom. Probably lands at that point. Wonder if our opponent's attacking with Manic Scribe. I'll trade 1 damage for 2 damage. I'm waiting for the attack with all option to come up. These two mountains are so tilting. Hopefully our opponent does not have a removal spell, or a pump spell rather. Alright, cool. We got there. I mean, we have 7 cards and they have 2. And they just used all of their brain in a jar counters to scry. So that's probably good for us, huh? Also, they're down about 11 minutes. Which I'm gonna go ahead and apologize for that one. Uninvited Geist, alright. Well, that's something I can see dead weighting, actually. Like, if I draw a swamp here, rather than playing Blood Mad Vampire. I could also erase that. I probably just want to put more creatures on board. Okay, I'm not going to attack with my Sanguinary Mages this turn. I can double block the Uninvited Geist, and I think that's just fine. Could not slam this Blood Mad Vampire fast enough, V2W. And then next turn I can, like, cast Stensia Masquerade and attack with all my guys, and be in what I consider to be a better position. Yeah. No attacks. Worth noting, I kind of hate these games where it feels like there's only one thing to do every turn. Just because one of the things that I am trying to do as a Magic player is be more deliberate about, you know, what the actions that I take in the course of a game. But hitting our 3rd land on turn 8, turn 7, means that I've been staring at the same series of cards in my hand for quite some time. So I'm kind of like, well, yeah, just casting this one, I guess. Which is unfortunate. I wonder if our opponent's going to... Oh, no, they're going to use their Brain in Jar to scry again. I feel like if you're going to be doing that, you could do it during your upkeep. They bottomed another card. Makes me interested to see what it is. Well, certainly double blocking the Uninvited Geist. Just snap taking that block. So the reason that I'm very okay with this is if my opponent has a maybe they have like Ethereal Charge, or the Ethereal something or another. I thought it was an instant. If my opponent has a removal spell for a Sanguinary Mage, they probably won't be able to kill both anyway. If they have something like Strength of Arms again, then they will only kill one Sanguinary Mage. So it's still a 1-for-1, and we're still okay. Alright. Down. I'm just gonna play this. It really helps to increase my board presence. Also, it just gets in a lot of damage. My opponent's deck is interesting. It's like blue-white spells. And spots like that are kind of where knowledge of the combat tricks in the format is kind of nice. Because it allows me to make those attacks, or those blocks. I like how this isn't a May, because Humble the Brute is something that could seriously be an issue. Nagging thoughts. Sure, I'm gonna have 6. Still don't have anything going on. If our opponent leaves their Manic Scribe back to block, I think we just Malevolent Whispers it. This game is miserable. I'm kind of miserable right now. I want to end it as quickly as possible. But I'm gonna be real with you guys. Alright, well they have Delirium now. Militant Inquisitor. Sure. They can't F8, which is funny. So if they block the Blood Mad Vampire, they're still taking lots of damage. I think in that case, I Malevolent Whispers the Inquisitor, because they still block the biggest guy, but this keeps them from being able to Ghostly Wings their Manic Scribe and not have it be used against them. Dissension of the Ranks, what a stupid card. Hey, we got there. Alright. Yeah, getting stuck on 2 lands for that long wasn't great. It probably wasn't fun to watch. Our opponent's deck wasn't very good either, so I feel like that also took away from the enjoyment. But yeah, we are on to round 2, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, our opponent, yeah, no, I don't think our opponent's deck was very good. We just weren't able to take full advantage of it.